All right, guys, this week I have Cody Walker on from the Florida Hunt Company. Cody specializes in hog hunts, gator hunts, turkey hunts, all things Florida basically. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show. All right, guys, we are live and excited to get a new episode out to you and excited to talk with Cody Walker from the Florida Hunt Company. Cody, what's up, man?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Glad to talk to you and glad, I think it's been like a year since I've seen you at least, but what's going on with you?
Not much, man. Just living it up down here in sunny South Florida. Getting to be that time of the year.
How hot is it down there?
We're in right at, I want to say, upper 80s right now.
Oh my gosh.
Breezy. Yeah, it's pretty warm.
That is.
What about you?
It was.
What you got going on there? How's your weather up there?
It's crazy, man. Last week it was in the morning 29 degrees, and which is pretty damn cold, you know. And it was roughly getting to 50-degree days, and the last 3 days it is kind of finally hit like what it should be, about mid-60s. So that's where we're at right now. We had a really bad storm last night. A lot of trees are down, branches, and we got tons of rain out of it. But we're just literally, I mean, it was like weeks and weeks of 29, 30-degree days. Like, we haven't had a break at all until, you know, after, like I said, just last week. So we're just getting to normal, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just starting to warm up here pretty decent. I mean, we were pretty fortunate during the turkey season. That's been over for a little bit. We were pretty fortunate. It was cooler a lot in the morning times, and the mosquitoes wasn't as bad. So we got a little lucky with some of that this year. But.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah, big time. That's such a bummer when you get that, like, 1 week where weather's nice and there's no bugs, and then it just turns catastrophic, it seems like.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So I know you just tagged me on Facebook, man, and one of the coolest video gator hunts I've ever seen. It's short, but it's really sweet. But I wanted to talk to you today. I know you run some awesome gator hunts in Florida there, but just wanted to kind of touch base with you and talk about that for a minute, because it's kind of one of those, I think, hunts that a lot of guys don't key in on, but I think with a bow and arrow, man, it'd be such a riot.
Yeah, it's the gator hunts down here. I mean, it's a cool hunt. It's one of those deals where it's one of those hunts where it's not, you don't have to be quiet. You really don't have to sit down. There's plenty of gators down here. We can we're open all year. The state of Florida has 2 different seasons. They have what they call a public land hunt, which is like August through November, and then they do a private land deal. We do a little bit of both of them, but our private land allows us to hunt all year long, day or night. We have close to 300,000 private acres that we hunt on. So we have several tags. But anyways, we're allowed to do that all year. We can kill them with a gun. We can kill them with a bow. They can snag them with a fishing pole and kill them with a knife. However you guys want, however the customer wants to kill them, we can make it happen for them.
That's crazy. I didn't know the private land was all year, basically. So there's no downtime on the private land, huh?
Yeah, there's no downtime, which makes it pretty efficient for us. We can book guys or have guys come in and out, kind of like a break in between, like a deer season or, a turkey season, or there's always, a time of the year when someone can come on and hunt.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're nice.
Now, when I think of so-called conservation or management of animals, Cody, does that work kind of backwards for some of the private land down there, that they can hunt all year? Meaning, do the gators not get the age on them that the public land does?
No, the gators get the age. The alligator program, the private land, and the state program is highly intensively managed. Basically, the way some of this stuff works is we acquire properties or lease properties out, and we have to hire a biologist, and he kind of does surveys and gives us an idea of how many tags we can take off of there each year, how many gators we can take off of there each year. And each one of them, you have like a CITES tag. Each one of them's tagged. Each one of them there's a harvest report form written up for them. So it's something that it's really managed. There's a lot of red tape that goes along with it, but it's about the same on the public side of it. But just being private gives us a lot more flexibility as far as taking people. So we can hunt all year versus just the 2 or 3 months of of the gator season, which like right now is a perfect example. Right now it's breeding season, or we call it crawling season, and you're starting to see a lot of gators, like they're getting hit by cars, they're up moving around, they're looking for females, so they're starting to travel more at night, and this is an awesome time to hunt them. They're actually really receptive to a call right now, so you can kind of call them in, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is cool, and I mean that is awesome to have any hunting season that you can hunt all year. I mean, just being an avid hunter, that would be awesome. Or guide or outfitter. I mean, if you love it, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Now, is there any issues, Cody, with like waterways that hit public waterways, or how's that work from private to public?
No, all the stuff we deal with is, like I said, it's all inland or on private farms or private ranches, and we steer, there's a clear boundary line, and we steer, way away from that. And we kind of hunt the inside. To be honest with you, we don't even hunt probably 60% of the grounds that we have. I mean, there's so many acres. There's only so much you can cover. We'll probably kill 150, 200 gators a year, and then with 300,000 acres, we have several more tags than that. But we really don't get into it, so we don't really pressure the property that much. We have plenty of property and ground, a new ground to choose from to hunt on.
Wow. Now I know you mentioned about the tag stuff, Cody, but how does that work for non-resident? If I come in and get one, I get it through the state, like a Walmart, like over the counter, or how do we achieve getting a tag?
There's several different ways you can get them. The easiest way to do it, you can log on to like fwc.com, and I usually pick them out for my customers, that way I can get a copy of it and carry that with us. But basically what you do when you come down here, I think it's $52.50. It's called an alligator trapping agent license. And you basically just put your information in, and they can give you the confirmation code right over the phone. You pay with a credit card, and then you have that. And that's good for an entire year. So it's pretty simple to get the tag.
Man, that's really cool. And is there a tag limit for non-residents on private land, or how's that work?
No, once you have the tag, we hold the actual tag, the gator tag. You're actually buying a trapping agent license, so which allows you, if you're hunting with us, as long as we have tags, you're able to kill as many gators as you'd like.
I gotcha. Okay, all right, that's pretty neat. So right now you said is calling season or mating season or the rut, whatever you want to call it. But give me details about that a little bit. Some of the secrets, like some of the things the gators do during this time of year. How often do they travel, or far distances or any of that stuff?
Man, they can travel probably up to a mile. I'd say a mile, maybe even more than that. And it's they're kind of unpredictable. But like right now, we're kind of in a dry season, so there's a lot of we really haven't had the rain yet. It's really dry right now, so you're having gators that are traveling looking for water holes, and what they're doing is they're moving at night, early in the evening, moving at night, trying to seek out and find and search and look for different water holes, trying to find those females. But once you find the deeper holes or the pockets of water, you're usually going to find a decent gator in there. So
that's pretty cool.
That's kind of how we've been hunting them right now.
Wow, that's pretty neat. Now, I mean, when I'm talking, I literally talk in deer language. So forgive me if any of this stuff sounds stupid, Cody. But like, do the females make a different sound than the males, and how's the calling work?
Basically, as far as the call, I mean, there's 2 or 3 different calls that they do, but usually, there's for instance, like Fox Pro. Fox Pro calls has a predator call out. They have a gator call out, and it's like the sound of baby gators. It's like a just baby gators, like a grunting sound, and they will actually get up on a plane and come into that thing. I got a little bit of footage here and there. I don't think I have anything posted right now, but I've had them come up and actually like get on the land, cross over a dike, and then get up on a plane and coming straight to that sound. And what it is they're really aggressive. If they think there's a female there or other babies, they're going to come in there and try to eat them and see what's going on and try to breed the female.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. They're extremely territorial this time of year. They're going to if you find the water hole and there's a female in there and there's 2 or 3 males, the bigger gator is going to be he's going to have all the other ones pushed out. They'll fight and they'll back and forth, but he'll either kill the other gator or the smaller one, or he'll have them pushed out. And he'll have them out of there.
Wow. That's got to be a sight to see, though, like gators rolling and fighting each other.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now, I mean, for instance, that video you had just posted and tagged me in, I mean, that's the kind of hunt I would love to do. I don't know how you guys did it, but do you mind telling me the details of it? But, I mean, I assume from what I saw, you guys spotted this gator, knew it was there, and you guys got in position to where you could stalk up to this pond and shoot it. But give me some details about that.
All right, so we did a hunt. We took a guy, Tyler Eifert. He's a tight end for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he come in. He wanted to do a turkey hunt, a gator hunt, and a hog hunt, all with his bow and arrows. So the bow hunt an alligator with a bow, I mean, it's doable. It's extremely doable, but it's very tough, man. They have there's a really small margin of error of where you need to hit to make a fatal shot on them. And basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to sever that spinal cord. A lot of our bodies of water down here will have a mat on top of them, or like a mud tussock, or will have some type of hydrilla or some type of vegetation on top. And what you have is if you hit a gator, and it's a marginal shot, he'll go under that hydrilla or under that vegetation, and he may go down 200 or 300 yards, and we never find him for 2 or 3 days. By then he's rotten. He'll come up and float. So really, what you're trying to do is you're wanting to make a fatal shot on the first shot. I've only seen a handful. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 of them, and I've been doing this for a while, where they actually make the shot and it's perfect and it stone cold kills them. And he had a great example of that type of shot. But basically, what we did, we were hunting cow wells. We're hunting on a big ranch, and we were just peeking up over the edge, like looking on different cow wells. A cow well is basically a water hole that we dug out for cattle to get water out of. And these gators were sitting up in them. We slipped up over the edge on one, and the gator was sitting out of the water. He just come up the sun, and he was, kind of broadside, and he made a perfect shot. He shot about 1 inch behind his jawbone and hit him right in the neck and just basically severed his spinal cord. But an inch to the right, and he'd have hit the jaw, and it probably would have deflected or went off, and, the gator would have went in the water. We'd have to try to snag him or some other way come up, to catch him. But he made a good shot and did a pretty good job with it.
I was wondering, after that shot, I noticed, the way the video plays out, that gator's jaw stayed open, like it was locked. So I figured it was some sort of spine shot, and that's where he was aiming, but that's pretty wild.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he made a really good shot on him. The guy's an awesome shot, man. He killed a hog the next day, I think, at 72 yards and just smoked him. He's a heck of a bow shot.
No way. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. I just thought that hunt, the way it looked on the video, was so cool. Like, adrenaline, a spot and stalk like that, and you guys sneaking up on them, man. That's pretty cool. As fun as it gets.
There's other ways we killed them like that. Like, we can sometimes they'll go in the water, and that vegetation on top will die or start to die. It'll sink to the bottom and create little gas pockets. Well, when the gator goes under, he'll disturb those gas pockets or that vegetation, and the bubbles will come up. So he'll leave a bubble trail as he's walking on the bottom. And we can take a pole and cast that pole out there in front of that trail and snag him and actually let you fight him in. So you're fighting him in with a pole, but he's connected. He's hooked to a line. And then once you get him up, you can shoot him with a bow that way. Another way, if you're into the bow hunting side, would be a bow fishing setup. Get a line into him, get a really good buoy or something on there, and then, get another line into him, and then finish him off that way. But, there's a couple different ways, if you're into the bow hunt side of it, that we can make it work for you. The way he shot him is probably one of the coolest ways, but that opportunity don't really happen a lot. It just has to be a perfect setup, to make that happen.
Right, yeah, I would assume it would. I mean, it was perfect, like you said, gators know what's up probably in Florida, and I assume when they see humans, sneaking up on them, they're a little wary, and that gator just, like you said, was broadside and was just absolutely perfect for that guy. And, man, he did make such a great shot, but you're right. Like, I've only seen that happen once or twice, on land like that, shooting into the water. But majority of, what everybody sees out there is outdoor video stuff is, bow fishing setup. So give me a rundown on that, Cody. Like, is it like a basic carp fishing boat? What do you guys do? Is it mostly evening to midnight time frame, or how's that work?
It just depends on what time of the year it is. Like right now, are you talking about like a bowfish setup? Do you want to kill one with that? Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking
I'm just saying. Yeah, run us through one of those hunts and how you do it.
Yeah, bow fishing, I mean, there's 2 or 3 different ways you can do them. We hunt a lot of private reservoirs on some of our ground down here, which would be out of an airboat. And, we can pull up. You can hunt them at night, early in the morning. But basically, you're just pulling up there, and, you're going to shut off. Or, it could be out of a little kicker boat or something with a trolling motor, something that's quiet. You can troll up to them. But basically, you're going to pull up, and you're going to try to get that arrow somewhere in him. His entire head is all bone. So you can't really shoot him in the head. You got to get that deal somewhere in his body. And then on a bigger gator, what you're going to want to do is get another line in him as quick as possible, to make sure that he don't get off or pull the other line out of him. But, once you have 2 lines in him, then you can either sink a bigger hook into him, or you can, kind of fight him in and get control of him to be able to make a lethal shot with either a broadhead or a bang stick or, on public land, or private land, some type of firearm.
Right. That's pretty cool. So, I mean, is that a hunt from the airboat that you guys can even do during the daytime or daylight, I should say, or is it mostly at night with lights? Or yeah.
Usually it's in the evening on into the night. Is usually when you're going to do your bow fishing setup. You're going to do that late evening on into the night. But yeah, we can do that out of an airboat or some type of kicker boat. And yeah, it's a pretty fun hunt.
That's cool. So what do you guys do to locate gators from the boat? Is it mostly glassing or lights and then waiting to see a set of eyes? Or
yeah, a gator's eye will shine at night. They're red. So you can see them for, a quarter mile away. They shine. They're really bright, like a bright red. So, and they're really good at hiding in the daytime. Like you can run a body order in the daytime and maybe only see 5 or 10 and then go back and run that same body, an hour after dark and, see 50 to 100 of them. They're just,
wow.
They're a lot tougher to see during the daytime. So yeah, night is a good time to hunt them late or early in the evening on into the early night.
Yeah, that's really cool. So what else affects kind of their movement or your guys' hunting, or what dictates your guys' hunting style throughout the year? I mean, this time of the year, I guess it would just be you're kind of following the calling season.
Yeah, basically, the majority of our hunts, probably 95% of our hunts are out of a truck or vehicle. And it's just, we cover so much ground. We hunt a lot of farm fields, farm ditches, ag ditches, waterways, stuff like that, and then private reservoirs. But the majority of them are out of an AC vehicle. So it's one of those hunts where you don't have to worry about, getting beat up by the sun. I mean, we can hunt them however you would like to hunt them. If you specifically want to hunt them out of a boat, we can do that. But I'd say 95% of them are out of the truck. So it's ride. Once we see the size that you're looking for, and we'll get out and try to do a spot and stalk and put a stalk on them. So
yeah, that's cool.
Another thing, like with judging some of these alligators, some of these guys, they come in and they say, well, I want to shoot this size or I want to shoot that size. Basically, what we do is we judge them from the tip of their nose or from their nostril hole to the corner of their eye. Every inch is about a foot. So when you see these gators in the water, usually all you see is their head sticking up. So we got to make a decision pretty quick. Is that is that the size you're looking for? Or do you want a bigger one? And it takes a little bit of practice to get used to it, but it's once you've done it a little bit, I mean, you can kind of catch right on to it.
So say that one more time, Cody. You're judging from the tip of the nose to what?
From the tip of the nose, from the tip of their nostril hole to the corner of their eye. Or their eye.
Corner of the eye. Okay, I misheard you. Okay.
Yeah, every inch. So, a dollar bill is like 6 inches. So if you think you could fit $1 in between his nose and his eye, it'd be about a 6-foot alligator. And it's usually spot on. I mean, it's extremely accurate.
Okay. So what do you guys like size-wise or age structure-wise? How do you kind of, hunt them or manage them, or do you have a style to that?
Yeah, it's all dependent on the customer, and all that's just based off of cost. We have like a 6 to 9 foot would be like a starter gator or a sport gator, and that starts out right at $1,500 for a 6 to 9 foot gator, and then it goes up per foot. So the cost increases per foot all the way up to 12 foot, and I mean it's every now and then we kill some a little bigger than that, but it's pretty rare to get one that over 12. But yeah, basically it's just all depending on what the customer wants, and we kind of hunt. We put a package together, and we kind of cater to him, and whatever firearm, or if he wants to kill him with a bow, or whatever size he's looking for. That's kind of what we do.
I gotcha. All right. What's kind of your guys' in your area? What's the average you guys see a lot of gators? Are they usually 6 foot? Is a 10 foot a big one or?
No, I mean, again, probably the majority of the gators we hunt, the majority of the stuff that our customers like to hunt is a 6 to 9 foot gator. We have, several big gators. I mean, we kill big gators every year. It just depends on what the customer's looking for. But I'd say, the older they get, the smarter they are. So it's, the younger they are, 6 to 8 foot, 9 foot gator. I'm not saying that they're stupid by any stretch of the imagination, but they're a lot easier to harvest than some of these bigger, older gators. And that, the older guys have just been around a lot longer. It's kind of like a deer. I mean, that's how I would kind of put it. They're a lot smarter. They go under. They're not going to come back up. They can hold their breath for a while. They're really good at getting away from you. They're just, they've just lived through a while. They've lived through a lot of stuff, and they're pretty good at, being real evasive. But we're 100% on kills as far as, what they're looking to do or what they're looking to kill. So we're a no kill, no pay operation. So we will kill something. I mean, there may be a time where a guy's looking for a 12 foot or something, and we get one 11.5 or just not quite up there. We try to do as best we can with that, but it's not guaranteed. I mean, I guarantee we're going to get to the right size, but we'll guarantee an opportunity at a gator. We just have that many of them. There's a ton of them down here.
That's crazy. That's so crazy to believe you guys that have that many gators. With that said, Cody, do you guys? I know Florida is really known for cattle as well, and do you guys have animal, conflicts like that?
Yeah, it happens. We hunt a lot of private ranches, and that happens. You'll have every now and then you'll have a cow or a calf or something that gets caught by an alligator, and some of the cowboys and ranch managers and stuff. We take really good care of them. If they call us or have a problem gator or something that we're managing the property and that's something or an issue, we try to get in there and get them out of there for sure. We actually did one the other day. We had a guy that was a cowboy, and we got the call. I guess they were working cows out in the field, and they pulled up to a water hole, and the dog walked up there. They work a lot of cattle down here. This is rough country. They're working with dogs. So he went up to the water hole on his horse, and I guess the gator caught his dog. So we actually ended up going in there and just dispatching that gator for him so he wouldn't catch any more. But yeah, that happens quite a bit down here.
Wow. Yeah, I would assume that, when the cows walk up to water in a hole, they're probably pretty nervous.
Yeah, oh yeah, yep. Yeah, you can have that for sure.
Well, I know some of those bigger gators, like you said, are more mature. They're older and smarter. Usually when a gator goes under, Cody, and let's say you're on a big one like a 10-footer or 12-footer, whatever, but what's the average that they can hold their breath, and when they go under, how far usually do they travel?
It all depends, to be honest with you. It depends if they've been hunted before, if they've been messed with before, how spooky they are. But, gators are a really unique creature, man. He can hold his breath for up to an hour. So you can sit on that hole for an hour, hour and a half, and he'll come back up. And, when he comes up, he may just barely just come up with a ball of his nose, take a breath, and then go back down. But, yeah, they're pretty unique species, man. They can slow their heart rate down to like 1 to 2 beats a minute. That kind of slows everything down, and they really just evade you. Basically, is what they are. They're pretty smart.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, and it's hard to believe they can do that. And that would make any hunt pretty tough if you're trying to get after a certain size gator. I would assume.
Yeah, we'll hunt them. If we're on a specific gator trying to get him out of there, we may sit and wait on him for a while or try him to, over a day or two, and then. But a lot of times, there's so many of them down here, we can go to the next spot and hunt it because there's another gator and he's over here. Well, let's go try this one, and then maybe come back to the other one. So it's all kind of just based on what the customer wants. If he wants to sit there and wait him out, we can do that. If he's determined to kill that one, we can hunt him. If he's wanting to get up and move on to the next one, we can go hunt another one.
Yeah, absolutely. Cody, do you have like a certain standard that you need out of your clients as far as their archery gear goes? Like, is there a poundage, fixed blade, expandable? Like, what's the best gear that guys should bring down there to use?
Basically, man, we kind of leave that up to the customer as well. I mean, I would prefer a fixed blade broadhead. I mean, it's just so tough, like shooting some of these things. But you know, the guy the other day, Tyler, made a heck of a shot with that mechanical Rage Tri-Fan. So it's all, you know, shot placement. It's all, you know, where you put it. As long as you make the right shot, you know, you're gonna kill him. But yeah, as far as poundage goes, I would you know, at least you'll need at least 45 pounds. You know, you don't want to shoot anything less than 45 pounds. But yeah, 45 pounds, and pretty much whatever broadhead you decide or choose or think that you want to use.
That's cool. Any other gear you suggest to bring, like your own binos, or what else you got would be handy?
We have everything needed. I mean, we even have some, you know, we've got bow fishing setups. We've got guns. You know, it's one of those trips where, I mean, we have everything necessary unless you're specifically just wanting to shoot, you know, your bow or your specific bow. But we carry and have all the equipment down here that you would need. One thing we tell people to bring is like sunscreen. I mean, that's something usually people think of it, but I mean, I took a group the other day from Canada, and we were riding around, and we had a group of like 6, I think. They were in the back of the truck, and we tried to tell them, you guys need to put some sunscreen on. Oh, we're okay. By the end of the day, they were just blistered, man. So that's something to think of down here. But you don't necessarily have to have like camo or camouflage or any specific type of clothing. You know, I would recommend like shorts is fine. You know, a comfortable pair of shoes. If you want to get out and get in the middle of, you know, mess around in the swamp or get in the water, you know, you might want to bring a pair of muck boots or some type of, you know, waterproof boot. But other than that, it's pretty much we can make it as easier as, you know, you can be as involved or not involved as you like. So it's kind of up to what the customer wants.
Gotcha. Well, that makes it pretty simple. Usually, Cody, when somebody wants to come down and gator hunt, how many days is it? What's somebody traveling for?
Basically, man, I offer 2 or 3 different deals down here. I offer a single day hunt. I mean, we can come in here and get the gator hunt done in a day. Or the most popular thing that we do down here is like a 3-day package or 2.5, 3-day package. You come in like on a Friday evening and then hunt the following morning. We do a gator hunt. We'll take you out to do a hog hunt. We go on the airboat, and then you know, we put you up and feed you. So you get meals and lodging, an alligator, and then we also do a hog hunt and then an airboat ride. That's a 3-day hunt. So, you know, 95% of my customers are probably, you know, out of the Midwest, or they're not from the state of Florida. They all travel down here. So it's one of those deals where, you know, if they're down, they want to stay for more than a day or 2. But like I said, that's probably the most popular package that people do. But we can get it done in a day. I have a lot of guys that will come in and go to, say, Disney for a day or 2 or 3 days with the family. They want to slip away for a day and then come on a gator hunt. So we do a lot of customers like that as well.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, like if obviously I'm coming from Michigan with, you know, a buddy or something from here in the Midwest as well. Like, it's a lot to do in just a day, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
for sure. I forgot what I was just going to ask you, Cody, but I know obviously you mentioned turkey and hogs. Does that cover everything you guys do in Florida?
Yeah, we offer off-field turkey hunts down here. This year we don't do a lot. This year I think we went 32 or 33 for 33. Majority of the guys we take they're on like a gator turkey hunt combo. So they're in here on a turkey hunt and they also do a gator hunt. Or they're here for a gator hunt and they throw a turkey hunt on afterwards. But yeah, we have some really good turkey ground. All of our hunts are one-on-one on the turkeys. The hog hunts, this land and property down here is just riddled with hogs. So, you know, that's kind of one of those opportunistic hunts. But we do several different styles. Like if they want to hunt with dogs, we can hunt them with the dogs. We can hunt them off of a swamp buggy, where they actually get on this big machine with a 800 horsepower big block Chevrolet motor. We run around and can kind of shoot them off of that. But also, you know, we hunt them off the airboat. So yeah, we can do a little bit of everything. We offer some bow fishing stuff. I have captains up and down both coasts. Depending on what time of year you come down, we have an awesome spot up in the Panhandle. Like during early summer, they do what they call scalloping. We send some guys up there. We do offshore fishing on the southeast coast. I work with working with just several different captains. So we can kind of, if somebody wants to plan like a custom type trip, we can offer anything here in Florida.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Where's somebody like me coming from Michigan, Cody? Where do I fly into? What's my destination, I should say?
We're an hour and a half or an hour and 15 minutes from Fort Myers Airport, which is a regional airport. The tickets might be a little more expensive to go in there. We're 2.5 hours from West Palm Beach, and Fort Lauderdale. So either Palm Beach or Fort Lauderdale or Miami. So 2.5 hours from each of them. We're kind of like right in the middle of the state. We're located just on the west side of Lake Okeechobee.
So you would be like northwest of Fort Lauderdale then somewhere.
Yep, northwest
right?
of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's everything, man. What else you got for me, Cody? That's all the questions I had written down today.
No, that's good, man. It's good to hear from you. Good to talk to you. I'm glad we got to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, me too, man. I appreciate it. And I always look forward to seeing all your posts. I know you're busy. I know what you didn't mention, but do you want to mention some of where you outfit for deer and stuff as well?
Yeah, I offer and do a little bit of stuff everywhere. We've got a place set up at northwestern Oklahoma where we do some whitetail hunts and do a little bit of waterfowl stuff up there, and also southern Kansas. The best place to get a hold of me, to be honest with you, right now is I have a new website that's being built, but the best place to get a hold of me is on Facebook or my personal cell phone. And I don't know if you want me to give that to you. I can do that or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, go ahead. You can put it on there.
I got you. It's 863-234-7290. That's my cell phone. Or you can just look me up on Facebook. It's Florida Hunt Company, or you can tag me. My personal page is just Cody Walker. That'd be about the easiest way to get in touch with me.
Yeah, for sure, Cody. And I'll make sure to share those pages, both those for you, and get the news out for you as well. But, man, I'm looking forward to hopefully, it's on my bucket list, so hopefully within the next year, man, I'm going to be down there with you and do a gator hunt because it's just something I got to do.
Yeah, sounds good, man. I look forward to meeting you and getting you down here and putting you on a couple of them.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, keep me updated, and hopefully this, let's say October, November, Cody, let's hook up again, have you back on the show for everybody, and we'll talk some deer.
Yep, sounds good, man. I appreciate it, bud. Nice talking to you.
All right, you too. Thanks, Cody. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, that's it for this week's show. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes or online, Outdoor Podcast Channel or podbros.com.